with that word. I stopped myself. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then second thing, championship response from us today. And that's my thoughts on the game. In particular, Cam, who's had to, he's had to eat crap for a couple days here, and he's been in a foul mood, and we've all been in a foul mood. Obviously, Tristan Newton, 15 defensive rebounds, but championship response.
Cam, they cut to 5 twice in the second half. Get a timeout, he scores a jumper off the timeout, and then goes on his own 6-0 run there. I mean, those are the kind of dagger.
Yeah.
Making a special play.
Yeah, I just think, he's, sometimes you can't let it, just always wait for the game to come to you. I think sometimes, too, when you play the better defensive teams, I think you're going to have to make shots in tighter windows. You're going to have to make more contested shots. You can't kind of, wait for, the perfectly clean look. You're going to have to make some tough ones. Villanova came in with a top 20 defense. Creighton the other day felt like Cam didn't pull the trigger, and again, like Creighton's a top defense. You've got to, you got to pull the trigger. You've got to attack. You've got to be able to make hard shots. I think he learned a lesson from that.
So you say he had to eat crap the last couple. You were hard on him in practice, and you were tough.
I mean, I didn't have to be. I took my turn, but. The family that guy's from and his makeup, and it's all internal. He doesn't live in the world that most kids his age live in, because he's not on social. So this was just a man that doesn't give a crap what people are saying on social. It's more his own standards, and that's what makes him special.
Yeah, this team's obviously used to a spotlight, but such a bright one today with everything that happened this morning, and then, with Rip and everything, and how they responded to that without, I assume they felt a little pressure, but to respond the way they did. Can you just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I just think the residual of what we've done the last 2 years, going back to Houston last year, going back to Vegas last year, when you play in those type of moments as a program, as big a day as this was, as much fun and energy. The crowd was the best crowd, maybe since I've been here, in terms of just the energy, the electricity. That's why it's so good to have like the blue and the white. I know it's a pain in the ass for the fans, or to have a blue section, a white section, or just a white thing. It just did so much for the atmosphere. But when you've done what we've done the last 2 years. It was just, it was fun, it was exciting. Obviously, we didn't want to blow it for Rip and tarnish his night in any way, but we just got back to our identity today in every way, on the backboard, defensively. And obviously, I thought we missed some open shots where we probably, it could have been a 48, 49, 50% offensive shooting night and a 20 assist game if we made more shots.
Dan, I know you pride this group on being desperate pretty much every time they take the floor. So how did you feel that desperation shift as compared to Creighton earlier this week?
It was nice. It was nice. The funny thing about, you don't lose for 2 months, you lose 14, you win 14 straight, you don't lose for 2 months. You lose a game, whether you lose by 20 or 2, it's jarring, and then you wonder, there's this little voice in your head saying will we ever win again? Because it just, losing does that to you. Failure is jarring. But we're able to kind of get two good days of practice. The defensive mistakes at Creighton, guys, were embarrassing mistakes. It's just some things that haven't happened here in years, in terms of just losing people. And so, we watched that, we drilled that, and the team played a little angry today.
And when did you realize with Cam that you were getting this kind of player? Obviously you had some idea what he was like before you got him. When did you realize, wow, this guy's even better, maybe more pro?
Yeah, when we started going live in the summer, just the guy was, you could tell he had more elements to his game, more than just a catch and shoot player. He can go get a shot off the dribble. He can pass. He steals the ball. He's you can tell he's got like that killer instinct, that clutch gene too. So, but really, you didn't until he started getting out there and hooping at the level that he's hooped at. Once the game started, I mean, you didn't know he'd be this good. Him, Tristan, been as good as any guards in this league this year. It's going to be tough, I think, postseason awards. It's going to be tough to differentiate for our guys who gets what, because they've all been just so damn good.
What makes Tristan such a good rebounder, and can you speak to his triple-double today? Yeah,
he's got great size, and he's got great instincts for basketball, and it's a gift, it's a feel. He understands sports. He's just got great awareness for tracing the basketball and reacting before other players. It's interesting I think there's a lot more buzz, with NBA front offices about him as a prospect than maybe you see with some of these bullshit mock drafts that come out.
You give Justin Moore like a long embrace and said something in his ear that was.
He's one of my favorite players, man. I got such great admiration for him. Of all the people that I've had a chance to coach against in my career, just what he stood for, how much he's won, the culture that he's helped uphold there, the championship culture, the injuries he's had to battle back from. Just the type of competitor, the type of gentleman. I'm going to miss seeing him out there. He's like one of the few players I'll even interact with in layup lines before I get out there. I think I patted him on the back and winked at him, and I usually don't do that with opposing players because I don't like most of them.
Dan, when you took over the program, you talked about bringing the alumni back, keeping them engaged with the program. Over the last few weeks, you guys have had a lot of ceremonies, a lot of players coming back. What has that meant to you and the team?
It's meant a lot. I mean, we embraced that straight away. I mean, my relationship with Coach Calhoun was one of the most important things to me, and I'm just that relationship has helped me become a better coach, and it's helped me navigate this job, as well as the relationship with Gino. Navigating the Kevin's situation when he was let go and everything that went on there. There's a lot of healing that's gone on, and hopefully, we could, get, at some point, heal enough to get KO back and wish him real well with the Brooklyn Nets and his opportunity. But it's just awesome to have Jake Voskuhl in there and Edwin Saunders and Rip tonight. Suleiman was in there. It was good. It's always great.
Did you like the volume of three-pointers tonight? I mean, since they weren't falling at a particularly high rate. And it's about what you usually shoot, but it's just a matter you just got to keep shooting. And there's a fight with Alex, and then how nice was it for him to get that?
Oh my God! I mean, Alex is. It happens during the year. You go into a little 1 or 2 game funk. The good news for Alex now is that he's got like a clear runway to light it up the rest of the way. He's got his bad stuff out of the way, which sometimes is good for a shooter player, where it's like, now I know I got the next month, I'm gonna hit everything. And I hope he listens to that soundbite. But yeah, I thought for the most part, I thought Steph might have taken two more than he probably should have. I think they baited him into it a little bit. I think he should have got into some grenades or maybe tried to attack paint a little bit more. I think we could have thrown into Donovan more. We had that stretch in the second half where I thought we took like 3 or 4 shots that I didn't like from the perimeter that I wanted to throw it into Donovan versus Dixon a little bit more. So that's something that we'll address. But I like the volume of threes, but we probably should have taken 26.
Defensively, if I'm remembering correctly, the last time you played Villanova, you said you didn't want Dixon to shoot, more to shoot, Posen to shoot. If I'm remembering that from last game. Today, Dixon shoots 19, attempts 19 shots. What was the game plan going in and how did it shift from the first game to the second?
It wasn't for him to shoot 19 shots, I can tell you that. I thought we got decent contested on some of those threes. Some of them he just missed. I think Donovan's size spooked him a little bit down there. I thought we did an excellent job on Housen, though, because that guy is like one of the best shooting weapons in the country. I mean, that guy's a scary guy to deal with, and their offense changes completely when he goes in the game. Kyle runs just great stuff to get that guy shot, but I credit Hassan Diarra kind of chased him around a lot tonight. But listen, I don't know what these bracketologists and all these different entities. I mean, these guys, beat Carolina on a neutral, Texas Tech, one on the road and one at Creighton, where we just got bombed out. These guys are an NCAA tournament team. Obviously they've got to take care of business down the stretch here. Win enough to get there, but. That's a team that's not only a tournament team that's got the capability of winning a game, winning multiple games, and they've got a chance to make a deep run in the Big East tournament too. That's a talented team, and they came in here winners of 4 or 5, I think, and obviously with a lot of desperation because a win here today probably would have firmly put them in. But I know they still got Creighton at home, I believe, and some opportunities to solidify their standing.
Dan, how did you become aware that Tristan needed one more assist, and how did that all kind of unfold the last couple of minutes?
I literally with like a minute 15 to go, and I would have just normally in that situation, we would have just taken a shot clock violation, but they were pressing and running around and trapping, and being real aggressive at that point defensively. So we just ran a simple ball screen and. Because they were pressuring us, I didn't want to have a live ball turnover, so I just used the ball screen and I did yell as loud as I could pass it. But he knew the situation he was in, and it was fitting that Alex made it because he missed everything he looked at.
Dan, how do you approach this week without games as you sort of prepare for the last week of the regular season?
We've been on a heck of a stretch here of games. We have a tough schedule to end it, and then the league blessed us with another 3 game in 6 days right before the Big East tournament. So, like a Saturday, a Sunday. Well, I don't even know when the next one, but then a Sunday, another game in midweek, and then a Saturday. So the league certainly hasn't protected us this year, and it's almost like they're mad at us for something that went on with scheduling at different points this year. A lot of 3 games in 6 days. A lot of teams we play against have an extra day of prep. Interesting.
That said, is this 8-day break good for you guys right now?
I think so. I think it's we've been on a heck of a run. I think there's some things that this group needs to kind of recharge, and then we're trying to obviously tie up a regular season championship for the first time in a long time. We'll stay process focused, but that's something that we definitely have to give championship performance from here on out. And then when we play those 3 games in 6 days, everyone in this league is going to get rejuvenated when we all get a chance to play in by far the best conference tournament in the country. New York City at MSG is going to be on freaking fire, man, with all the teams that got a chance to win this thing. And then obviously you get that second bump being recharged with the NCAA tournament too. So this will be a good break. 3 games, 6 days, and then we'll all get rejuvenated when we hit the Big Apple.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you.